Retirement is supposed to be the reward. You work for 40 years, do all the right things, tick all the boxes, and then it's beaches, lions, and maybe a bit of gardening. That's the story we've been sold. But the reality, it's a bit messier than that. Actually, it's not just messy, it's complex. I'm Dan Haylett, and today on Humans versus Retirement, I'm sharing 5 uncomfortable truths about retirement that most plans don't cover. But if you want to thrive in life after work, you'll want to hear these. Think of this as a gentle wake-up call, equal parts practical insight and honest reflection. So let's start with truth number 1. You'll lose part of your identity. This is the toughest one. Retirement can feel like a loss of identity. For years, decades even, your work wasn't just what you did, it was who you were. You introduced yourself by your job title. Your calendar was full, your purpose was clear. Then one day, it all stops. And suddenly, you're not the person people come to for decisions, answers, or even printer help. It's jarring. And if you don't prepare for that shift, it can leave you feeling lost or disconnected. That's why the real question isn't when can I retire? It's who am I when I'm no longer working? The sooner you start answering that, the smoother your transition will be. Truth 2 is freedom can feel overwhelming. Here's something no one warns you about. Freedom can be surprisingly stressful. For years, you've had structure, a routine, a reason to get up in the morning that wasn't just the dog giving you the side eye. Then comes retirement, and you're in charge of every hour of every day. Sounds great, until you realize there's no agenda, no rhythm, and no built-in sense of progress. That lack of structure, it can lead to a kind of low-level unease that many people don't expect. That's why I created the retirement reinvention curve, to show that retirement isn't a straight line. It's a journey through emotional and psychological stages. Freedom is really powerful, but it needs to be shaped by purpose. Truth number 3 is you might not enjoy spending your money. This one always surprises people. Even with a healthy pension or nest egg, you might struggle to enjoy spending your money. That's because after decades of saving, your brain isn't wired for the switch to spending. You've been living in accumulation mode, and now you're being asked to let go. That's not easy. Many retirees feel anxiety, guilt, even fear about withdrawing money, even when they know they can afford to. This isn't a numbers issue, it's a mindset issue. Behavioral science shows we're loss averse. We fear making mistakes more than we value living fully. The real challenge isn't knowing how to spend your money. It's learning to spend it in ways that bring joy, meaning, and memories, not just safety. Truth number 4, loneliness is more dangerous than running out of money. Financial advisors love to talk about running out of money, but running out of meaningful relationships might be the bigger risk. When you leave work, you're not just leaving behind meetings and deadlines, you're leaving behind your social ecosystem. The chats by the kettle, the feeling of being needed, the banter, the routine, the human contact. And unless you plan to rebuild those connections through community, volunteering, hobbies, or new networks, retirement can become surprisingly isolating. The data is clear. Loneliness is linked to poor health, depression, and even reduced life expectancy. So yes, plan for income, but also plan for friendship, purpose, and connection, because they matter more than you think. Truth 5, retirement isn't an end, it's a transition. Here's the truth no pension statement will tell you. Retirement isn't a destination, it's a new beginning. We treat it like a finish line, like job done, now relax. But life doesn't stop. You keep growing, changing, questioning, evolving. Retirement isn't a static phase, it's a dynamic one. You'll go through ups and downs, rethink your priorities, change your plans, and maybe even surprise yourself. That's normal, that's human. The real win isn't reaching retirement, it's reimagining what life after work could look like for you. Not based on someone else's brochure, based on your own values, needs, and aspirations. So those are the 5 uncomfortable truths. And no, they're not always easy to hear, but they're honest. And sometimes honest is the most useful gift we can give ourselves. Retirement is one of the biggest transitions you'll ever make, and it deserves more than a financial plan. It deserves thought, reflection, and a bit of humanity. If this sparks something for you, hit subscribe. I share regular videos helping you navigate the human side of retirement. And if you want to go deeper, check out my other videos and anything else on this channel. Until next time, remember, you're not just retiring from work, you're stepping into something bigger. Let's make it count.